So the Georgia Board of Elections, they're plotting a coup at the Georgia Board of Elections right now. So over the last few months, the Georgia Republican Party has replaced two of its members on the State Board of Elections with people who are more focused on election denial and relitigating the 2020 election.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and today we're delving into the critical situation unfolding in Georgia that's been making waves. Eric Robertson, known as Eric for the Many on TikTok, has been at the forefront of exposing significant developments within the Georgia State Election Board.
And so Tuesday was the first day that they had their full majority, and the board had already been engaged in this process where a number of election denier MAGA types have began submitting rule changes to the board for changes to the rules of the Board of Elections, meaning the rules that apply to the elections. And that meeting was packed with really fanatical conspiracy theory types, just to the gills, with just really unhinged people.
At the recent inaugural meeting, the board, now dominated by radical MAGA majority, passed two alarming proposals that could drastically alter the election process in Georgia.
And those rules are pretty clearly designed to give them a reason and the ability to not certify the elections in 2024 in November if they lose. That's what they're clearly planning.
So let's break this down. The first proposal allows for the delay of certification of election results if any discrepancies are found. On the surface, this might seem like a precautionary measure, but here's the catch. This rule could be manipulated to contest and undermine legitimate election results, particularly in closely contested races. Imagine the chaos and mistrust that could arise if this tactic is used to overturn results favoring Democratic candidates, and we all know that this is the aim. The second proposal is equally concerning. It mandates that ballots be hand-counted on election night. While this might sound thorough, the reality is far more troubling. The potential for chaos and significant delays is enormous, not to mention the increased vulnerability to manipulation and errors. This could easily skew results in favor of Donald Trump, creating the perfect storm for election interference. These types of shenanigans have become the norm with Trump and his enablers.
The three Republican appointees of the Board of Elections called their own meeting without the chair and without the single Democratic member of the board. They have been told now by the Attorney General and by numerous other people who have understanding that what they are doing is illegal, but they are going forward with this meeting today at 4 p.m. But yeah, this stuff is really getting crazy here in Georgia, and they are clearly angling to try to interfere in the election in November. That is their goal. It's really dangerous, guys.
These proposals are not isolated incidents. They're part of a broader strategy to influence electoral outcomes under the guise of enhancing election integrity. Eric has pointed out that the meeting was packed with MAGA supporters and conspiracy theorists, underscoring the strong grassroots support for these changes. Despite the seriousness of this situation, it's a story that's flying under the radar of mainstream media. Eric Robertson's role as a watchdog is crucial. He's using his platform to shed light on these developments and mobilize his audience to take action. His efforts underscore the importance of staying vigilant and proactive in defending the integrity of our electoral process. We are all in this fight together, and we cannot allow Donald Trump and his minions to dictate the future of our country.
If they don't cheat, we win this state easily, okay? They cheat. They have no shame. They cheat. Do you understand that, you?
We have seen this movie before. We know that lies about election fraud are not harmless. When Trump falsely claimed repeatedly that the 2020 election was rigged, his fervent supporters believed him. And it all began with this lie that the election was stolen. You know who didn't believe Trump's lies, as it turns out? Trump's 2020 campaign manager, Trump's White House counsel, Trump's Attorney General. People in Trump's orbit then knew the truth that widespread election fraud was simply not a thing. And here we are again in 2024 with just 99 days to go until the election, listening to Donald Trump stick with these same fabricated claims that he can only lose Minnesota if Democrats cheat. No.
This orchestrated effort by the GOP to challenge election outcomes poses a serious threat to our democracy, making it more important than ever for voters to stay informed and vigilant. So what does this all mean? The fight for our integrity of our elections is far from over. With watchdog groups like American Oversight stepping in and media outlets bringing these strategies to light, it's critical for voters to remain informed and engaged. Eric Robertson's work on social media is a vital part of this effort, ensuring that these threats to democracy do not go unnoticed. The bottom line, the battle for democracy is ongoing. Stay informed, stay engaged, and make your voice heard. If you value our democratic process, share this video. We need to confront these lies head on and expose the underhanded tactics being deployed right in front of our eyes. If Donald Trump wins and his allies push through with Project 2025, we're looking at the firing of over 80,000 federal workers. The Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Education could be shut down. Our police departments could face defunding, leading to the kind of chaos and making our communities like the Wild West. Folks, they are trying to unleash chaos on America. And if we don't act now, there will be nobody left to fight back. Donald Trump and his enablers aim to eliminate the opposition, rewrite history, and turn our country into a dictatorship. This corrupt scheme is nothing short of an attempt to dismantle the very fabric of our democracy. We must all resist Project 2025 and with everything that we've got. Now is not the time to sit back and hope for the best. We must stand up, speak out, and ensure that our voices are heard loud and clear. Together we can stop this dangerous agenda and protect the future of our nation. Remember, democracy isn't just a right, it's a responsibility. We are all in this fight for the soul of our nation. It's good versus evil, folks, and you got to pick a side. Let's vote every one of these MAGA morons out of office, from school boards to Congress. We must win the White House and take control over both chambers of Congress. If we do, we will finally see an economy that works for all of us, and we will have the future that we deserve. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.